China continues to breathe fire at Taiwan. PLA missiles, fighter jets fly over the island nation. Taiwan holds live fire military drills, simulating defense against an all-out invasion. But the big story that's breaking this evening, Bihar Chief Minister Nitish Kumar is now on the verge of taking a final call on his alliance with the BJP in the state. Nitish Kumar has called a meeting of JDU MLAs, MPs on Tuesday, that's tomorrow. Sources telling India Today that Nitish had also contacted the Congress leadership to explore a potential alliance between the JDU, RJD and the Congress. Sources say that Nitish remains worried that the BJP is trying to break his party and wants to make the move first. So the big story is coming in from Bihar. Rahul Srivastava, our National Affairs editor, joins us. Rahul, what are you picking up? Is the BJP going to make an effort now to stop Nitish Kumar from switching sides once again?
See, Rajdeep, what the BJP is saying that in the last elections, the BJP won 77 seats, the JDU 45. BJP had more seats, but since Nitish Kumar was the face, and in many seats, the JDU fortunes were lifted because of the BJP and Narendra Modi, and that is why he has no reason to complain. But in the JDU, there are serious concerns. The concerns are about, say, what happened in Maharashtra to the Congress, to the Shiv Sena in Maharashtra, to Chirag Paswan in Bihar. And because of that, somewhere it seems Nitish Kumar seems to be fortifying, ring-fencing his party because he is worried that his fortune, the BJP in an expansionist mode with Tejasvi and Lalu Yadav still a force to reckon with, his fortunes are dwindling. So he wants to create a new space for himself. And in that new space, he's perhaps, what we are hearing is that likely to go with the RJD, already in talks with the Congress to create a new Mahagathbandhan and continue for, say, one more year as Chief Minister and look for perhaps a space as the consensus candidate for the Prime Minister job. I think he still has those aspirations. But he has to do it fast, Rajdeep. One quick point, he has to do it very fast because the Sawan Maas is ending on the 12th and the RJD does not want to do anything like this, a new beginning at the start of the Bhadra month, which is considered inauspicious. But the fact is there are serious concerns in the JDU today that the BJP is attacking Nitish Kumar, the speaker is attacking Nitish Kumar, and somewhere the party is feeling threatened with the BJP as an ally.
Very interesting that you are saying is that Nitish Kumar is now looking at potentially leading a new Mahagathbandhan and maybe even reviving his national aspirations. But Abhishek Jha, spokesperson Janata Dal United, is joining us. Are we rushing ahead of ourselves, Abhishek? Has that decision been taken? The buzz that we are hearing is that Nitish Kumar has almost taken the decision to leave the BJP and join hands with the RJD. Are we right? Or is this only speculation in the media? Has that decision almost been taken, Abhishek?
Rajdeep, yesterday our party's national president, Honorable Lalan Singh, addressed the media persons. There was a press conference at our party's office, and everyone asked the same question which you are asking. And people asked that, is everything okay in the NDA alliance or not? In a single line, he answered that all is well. We have already supported the candidate in the presidential and vice presidential election of the NDA. And this seems to be a prediction. This seems to be some kind of anticipation in the media houses, some kind of anticipation of some people. They are gossiping and they are...
no, it's not gossip. No, it's not gossip, Abhishek. The fact is, Nitish Kumar has missed 4 major functions in the last month, including yesterday's Niti Aayog meeting called of all the chief ministers, claiming he was unwell, was happily attending functions in Patna but did not come to Delhi. Let's be very clear. In that same press conference, Mr. Lalan Singh, your leader, said that there was an attempt being made to impose a Chirag-like model and divide or break the JDU, that leaders like RCP Singh, the former union minister, was being used to break the JDU. A Shinde model like in Maharashtra could come up in Bihar. So there are concerns. Don't say it's gossip. If it was gossip, why was your chief minister not there at the Niti Aayog meeting yesterday?
See, our Chief Minister can explain the reason behind it, but we all know that he has suffered from COVID in the last days. And because of the doctor's prescriptions and doctor's advice, he must not have attended that meeting in
Abhishek,
Delhi.
the Chief Minister was happily doing functions in Patna but doesn't come to Delhi.
That was a local function.
The Chief Minister doesn't come for Draupadi Murmu's swearing in. The Chief Minister does not come for a farewell dinner for Ramnath Kovind. Clearly, something has gone wrong.
Our party has supported. Rajdeep, our party has supported the candidates in the presidential as well as vice presidential election. The candidate which was supported by NDA, our party also voted for the same candidate.
So you will stay with the BJP, Abhishek. There is no question of leaving the BJP.
If you ask questions about future, what will happen in our future? What will happen in future? What our party will do in future? What will be the form of the alliance in future? We cannot answer these questions right now. We are in present, and in present, if someone asks that whether the government is running or not, what is the condition of the alliance, we will simply say that all is well, and the same thing was repeated by our party's national president.
You're saying all is well at 9:07 p.m. on the 8th of August. Okay. What will happen at 9:07 p.m. on the 9th of August, we don't know. Am I correct?
What if anyone dies in an hour? We cannot predict what will happen in future.
Okay.
We are staying in the present. We are commenting about the future.
Okay. On that note, Rahul Srivastava, how do you see what Abhishek Jha has said? Do you think that Nitish is still weighing his options, or has he more or less decided that he needs a new Mahagathbandhan?
I think, Rajdeep, if you see Nitish Kumar in the past, I think he is the Nadia Comaneci of Indian politics in terms of somersaults. So if you see, each time he has switched, gone to the other side of the ideological or political fence, this is exactly what he does. His party starts complaining, Nitish Kumar calls a meeting, and then he takes a decision. Now, RCP Singh exit is a very clear sign, Rajdeep, that Nitish Kumar did not want an Eknath Shinde in his party in Bihar. And that exit is perhaps to checkmate any attempt that there could have been through RCP Singh, because a leader who gains prominence in JDU is a threat to the party as well as Nitish Kumar.
Right.
And I think that anticipatory move definitely indicates that the way things have been going on in Bihar, Rajdeep, we have had open spats between the speaker and the chief minister. One of the rarest things if they are both on the same side of the political fence. We have had Chief Minister Lallan Singh's comment is telltale, that Chirag Paswan model. All these things are happening. I think Nitish Kumar is fighting for a clear and imminent danger of his future, because he knows he's a diminished force in Bihar. The BJP is expanding. Lalu Yadav and Tejaswi are still a force to reckon with. That's the team number one still in Bihar. He has political options narrowing. He still has time. If he has any prime minister ambition, he knows that with the BJP around, his powers and strength in Bihar will diminish further, and that's why he's taking a gamble.
He's taking a gamble. Will he go ahead? We will know tomorrow. But as of now, it appears Nitish Kumar is planning for life without the BJP for yet another time. Abhishek Jha, Rahul Srivastava, appreciate your joining us on that big breaking story. The other breaking story politically is coming from Maharashtra, where finally the cabinet expansion will take place on Tuesday morning. 12 to 15 ministers are likely to take oath more than a month after the new BJP Shinde Sena government was formed. Among them, the state BJP chief Chandrakant Patil, close aide of Devendra Fadnavis, Girish Mahajan from the BJP, Dada Bhuse and Uday Samant are likely to be the candidates from the Shinde Sena. Sahil Joshi, our Mumbai bureau chief, joins us at this moment. So Sahil, finally happening. We're told about 12 to 14 ministers. So this will be phase one and possibly another larger expansion in another month. Is it now confirmed? 7 ministers from each side?
Well, till evening, the BJP was trying to accommodate more ministers in the first phase itself, and it's likely that now more than 14 ministers will be sworn in tomorrow at around 11 o'clock in the morning. And right now, at Devendra Fadnavis' house, Fadnavis has called future possible ministers at his residence, and he is having a dinner with them. Almost 9 people, 9 senior leaders of the BJP and some MLAs who are likely to be sworn in tomorrow have reached Devendra Fadnavis's house. So it's likely now that BJP will have 9 ministers in the cabinet, whereas Eknath Shinde might have 7 to 9 people, MLAs inducted as ministers tomorrow.
Right.
Interestingly, the names from the BJP are quite clear at this point of time. The first, the senior people like Chandrakant Patil or Girish Mahajan or Sudhir Mungantiwar will be sworn in tomorrow in the cabinet. Whereas from the Eknath Shinde side, there is a complete silence. Eknath Shinde is in Nanded. He will be back by late night today in Mumbai. Before that, he had a meeting with Devendra Fadnavis in the morning. He is still saying that the list is yet to be finalized, but he has called meeting of his important MLAs at 9 o'clock in the morning. Can I just stop you
for a moment, Sahil, for a very quick answer to this question before I move on? Are these names being decided in Mumbai or in Delhi? Is Amit Shah the one who clears all the names now in this ministerial formation in Maharashtra? Have the names got to go through Amit Shah?
Well, there is definitely a scope to decide.
We seem to have... the activities for the cabinet expansion started in the morning today, and just yesterday, on Saturday and Sunday, Eknath Shinde and Devendra Fadnavis both were there in Delhi, of course for the official visits, but of course they had met with the senior BJP leaders in Delhi. Also, Chandrakant Patil and Sudhir Mungantiwar were called yesterday to Delhi, and they also discussed the possibility of cabinet expansion with the senior BJP leadership in Delhi. And after that, in the morning today, Eknath Shinde and Devendra Fadnavis met again. So there is always a possibility that the names were cleared by the senior leaders in Delhi. And of course, Amit Shah was helm at the affairs, and his role in making the Shinde and Fadnavis government was clearly evident, and that is the reason why
we can believe that, of course, the names where he must have gone through the names who will be taking oath.
The reason I raise this, Sahil, is because both in Bihar and Maharashtra, the one common factor is Amit Shah. Nitish Kumar apparently feels Amit Shah is micromanaging the BJP's rise in Bihar, and we are seeing the Amit Shah factor playing out in the new government in Maharashtra. Shahin Shah, as Amit Shah is now called in national politics. But Sahil Joshi, with those updates, thanks very much for joining me from Mumbai. Let's move on to our other big political story, and this is the new battle. Revdi culture. Now, if you're in South India, you might not know what Revdi means. It's a very Hindi heartland term used by Prime Minister Modi to describe freebies that are thrown by our politicians, especially at election time. Well, Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal doesn't like the use of this term Revdi culture. He has strongly defended the freebies offered by AAP governments in Delhi and Punjab, saying schemes for free electricity, for example, are true welfare schemes, not freebies. Kejriwal's attack on the PM comes on a day when the Delhi Lieutenant Governor wrote a letter to the Chief Minister questioning the delay in making CAG reports public. It's now a new battle, the battle over freebies. Take a look.
The gloves are off in the battle between the Aam Aadmi Party and the BJP. Arvind Kejriwal on Monday gunned for Narendra Modi himself by questioning the PM's stand on the politics of freebies. The Delhi Chief Minister claimed what the Prime Minister is calling Revdi are actually welfare schemes.
आज़ादी की 75वीं वर्षगांठ के ऊपर अगर हम ये माहौल बना रहे हैं कि हमारे देश के बच्चों को अच्छी और फ्री शिक्षा देना, फ्री की रेवड़ी है, फ्री भी है, इससे सरकारों को घाटा हो रहा है, इससे बुरी बात नहीं हो सकती 75वीं वर्षगांठ के ऊपर.
The BJP has hit back at Kejriwal.
आम आदमी पार्टी की नींव में आज झूठ और फरेब है जो जनता देख पा रही है, और इसीलिए अरविंद केजरीवाल जी आपकी विश्वसनीयता शून्य हो गई है, शून्य अंडा. वो क्यों है? आप वादे कर देते हैं, लेकिन जब पूरा करने का समय आता है तो आप उन वादों से दूर भाग जाते हैं.
Kejriwal's reference was to the Prime Minister's statement a few weeks ago, where he warned against freebies being offered during elections.
हमारे देश में मुफ्त की रेवड़ी बांटकर वोट बटोरने का कल्चर लाने की भरसक कोशिश हो रही है। ये रेवड़ी कल्चर देश के विकास के लिए बहुत घातक है। रेवड़ी कल्चर वालों को लगता है कि जनता जनार्दन को मुफ्त की रेवड़ी बांटकर उन्हें खरीद लेंगे।
The Delhi Chief Minister's attack on Prime Minister Modi comes even as he is fighting a battle with the Lieutenant Governor in Delhi. On Monday, the Delhi LG wrote to CM Kejriwal questioning delay in tabling CAG reports. LG VK Saxena flagged alleged irregularities of serious nature in the accounts and finances of Delhi government. The LG said irregularities were found in various departments like Delhi Jal Board and state-owned PSUs. According to the LG, these CAG reports pertaining to the 2017 to 2021 period were allegedly pending with the Office of Deputy Chief Minister Manish Sisodia. The LG had earlier alleged irregularity in the privatization of liquor retail by Excise Department under Sisodia. The face-off between LG and Aam Aadmi Party comes even as Kejriwal, after guiding his party to power in Punjab this year, eyes assembly elections in Gujarat. 2 points are key to Kejriwal model. 1, his clean image, and 2, welfare schemes or freebies he offers. And that explains the renewed battle between the BJP and Aam Aadmi Party. Bureau Report, India Today.
Revdi culture, the freebie culture in this country, in our politics. Is this pitting Narendra Modi versus Arvind Kejriwal? What really makes a freebie? Are freebies hurting the economies of state, as the Prime Minister seems to suggest? I am joined by Harish Khurana of the Bharatiya Janata Party, by Prasanjit Bose, a political economist, once associated with the left, still associated in a way with the left, Jasmine Shah of the Aam Aadmi Party, and someone who handles the Delhi Development Committee. Appreciate all of you joining us here. Let's start with you, Jasmine Shah, because the Prime Minister, when he had this original dig of Revdi culture, seemed to be referring to Arvind Kejriwal, didn't refer to him by name. But the fact is, if you are in Delhi, free power up to 200 units, cost to government 3,250 crores, free water up to 20,000 litres per month, cost to government 600 crores, free public transport for women, cost to government 484 crores. Do you see all of this as Revdis, as the Prime Minister seemed to suggest, or welfare schemes? And what is a Revdi?
Rajdeep, I think today's press conference by Shri Arvind Kejriwal very clearly puts out the two economic models that exist in the country today. One is the BJP model, where, on one side, there are 11 lakh crores of NPAs that are forgiven. Not a single person is put behind jail, right? There is absolutely, the government is in cahoots with all these people and their friends, what we are calling it as dostwar, to ensure that, they make money, but siphon a part of the money into the party coffers. Do we know today that 4,800 crores was the annual collection by BJP in the year 2019-20? It's the highest by any political party in the history of India in a single year. So this is the economic model. This is the Revdi culture that probably PM Modi was referring to. On the other side, you have the economic model of Arvind Kejriwal, where for the first time in India today, you have a truly, a welfare model which provides a true social security net to the poorest of the poor. You get free education, world-class education. Today, the world over, people are recognizing the quality of education in Delhi government schools. You get world-class healthcare in our mohalla clinics and in our hospitals. We provide free transport to women. We provide free bijli. We provide free water. And at the top of all this, Rajdeep, Delhi today is the only government that is managing to run a surplus budget for the last 5 years. We are not saying that the Comptroller and Auditor General report, CAG report, talks about it. So, on one side, you clearly have a government that is spending, providing benefits to the people, not out of our money. This is people's money. This is, even a poor person pays indirect taxes. And to call that as revdi, I think in the 75th year of independence, this is an insult to the idea of India.
So you're making a distinction between providing free power, free water, free bus service to women, saying these are genuine welfare benefits, and you are contrasting them with what you're saying is the loan write-offs to powerful corporates, which you are claiming is based on dosti or networks, and that is the real revdi culture. Harish Khurana of the BJP, do you want to respond to what you're hearing? That what is the real revdi culture in this country is when loans are written off, not waived, but written off of industrialists close to government and not providing free power or free water, which helps millions of people. Your response, Harish.
Rajdeep, my friend Jasmine Shah was claiming some tall claims. I'll put some figures to your viewers. He was talking about free water and free bijli. I'll give you a small figure. The water is handled by Delhi Jal Board. The debt on Delhi Jal Board is 60,000 crores. That's not my figure. That's a CAG audit figure only, which he was referring right now. They have given free buses, free bus passes. 39,000 crores of debt. Delhi government, he's saying Delhi government is a surplus, giving a surplus in the last 4 years. The actual fact is 39,000 crore rupees has to be given by the Delhi government to central government. It's a debt. So that's the actual mess. What is happening, economic mess is happening in Delhi. I'll put it to Punjab. When they have promises few things in Punjab, they know the total debt of Punjab is 3 lakh crores. 3 lakh crores is not a small figure, Rajdeep. We should understand that. In spite of that, they have given tall promises. And what they have done, within 1 week of taking an oath, Mr. Bhagwant Mann, who's the Chief Minister, came to Prime Minister and asked for a 1 lakh crore package. Why? Because they want to give their promises.
So how do you
understand?
No, one minute. While you're on a roll, can I just say, are you telling me, I want a definition of a freebie from you. Pradhan Mantri Kisan Samman Nidhi Yojana, 2,000 rupees provided every quarter, right?
Whom?
1 minute.
You should have
LPG subsidy, Manrega.
To whom?
So they say they are...
No, listen. Today free bijli, they are claiming a free bijli. I can pay my bijli ka bill. I don't matter 200.
So it is not for you, Mr. Harish Khurana. It is not for you. It is for the poorest of the poor people of Delhi.
Rajdeep, Jasmine, let him... The Aam Aadmi Party says that the free electricity they provide, Harish, is for the poorest of the poor.
No, but if my bill comes of one of my home comes 600 rupees or 500 rupees, that is free, na? In Punjab, they have given 1,000 rupees to the ladies, all ladies. No, they have not claimed the economic weaker section to everybody. Yes or no? They have given 1,000 rupees to everybody. Yes or no? Tell me. The point is, if Pradhan Mantri Kisan Yojana is for what? Poorer of the poorest people. If they're talking about free, we don't have any objection of free shiksha. We don't have objection of that. We don't have objection of free health. But what is happening? If Jasmine has claimed world-class education, I will ask Jasmine, how many MLA's son or daughter, kids, is studying in government schools? If they are world-class health services they are giving, 1.25 crore has been spent on 7 ministers, including Chief Minister, on private hospital bills, which has been paid by Delhi government. If there is so much world-class, then why this money is spending on private sector?
Okay, before I come to you, Prasanjit, just let Jasmine respond to this point. Jasmine, I think the point, I don't think when you target benefits or give subsidies to the poorest of the poor, anyone would call it a freebie. But when a scheme is seen to benefit those who perhaps do not necessarily need the benefits, is that to be seen as revdi culture or not? Is the point I think that Harish is trying to make here.
Rajdeep, it is very easy to, discredit any good work, especially if it is not done by BJP. That's what the job of BJP spokesperson is. I would like to ask Mr. Harish Khurana, tell me how many first ladies in the US have ever visited a government school in a BJP-ruled state? Tell me how many UN Secretary Generals have visited mohalla clinics or hospitals of your governments? How many former prime ministers have visited government schools or hospitals of your governments? Never. So today we are approaching the 75th anniversary of India. Let's ask the question, what is the vision that we have? This habit of poking holes into somebody else's work, today the people of Delhi are seeing the work in front of them.
Aren't you running huge debts as a result on the Delhi Jal Board? Aren't you running huge debts as a result of providing freebies?
Each and everything, Rajdeep, each and everything that Mr. Harish Khurana said is a complete lie, categorical lie. And this is true of BJP. Every fact that they say, if you ask them, they will say that not one single thing is happening in Delhi government.
Oh, no. Let me just, Jasmine, Harish, just a minute. Take a pause. Let's broaden it beyond Delhi, because it's not as if freebies are only thrown at political parties here in Delhi. Prasenjit Bose, when I look at it, across this country before elections, we've had a culture from free color TVs that were notoriously provided by governments in Tamil Nadu, to free cycles that were provided in states like Bihar to girls to encourage them to go to school, higher school. How do you see from a left perspective, what is a freebie? Let's get this clear. What is a freebie in this country?
Well, I think that in a country where a very substantial proportion of the population continues to live behind even the officially defined poverty line, I think redistributive policies which either transfers income or some kind of entitlement to the poorer sections of the people, I think that to denigrate that by terming it as a freebie is not fair.
No, is a color TV a freebie?
It depends on the context. I would certainly say that color TV, I don't see that to be certainly very high on the priority list as far as the needs of the poor are concerned. But I would still say that, these discussions should be contextualized in what context we are having that discussion, what impact it is having on the public finances. If I can afford it, then yes. If I can't, then you have to prioritize. And thirdly, you have to, I think a very important point was made vis-a-vis the banking, how the NPAs are being written off of very rich people. So who the transfers or the subsidies are going to, that also is a very important point. So quickly, I would like to say, number one, we are coming out of a very acute global crisis, and in India too, there was a crisis. The central government, Mr. Modi was giving free rations to the poor. He was giving, as you mentioned, PM, the Kisan Samman Nidhi. You had Ujjwala Yojana. So the Prime Minister himself, there is no consistency in what he is saying.
No, the Prime Minister says those are benefiting the poor. I think we have to make a distinction between those schemes that benefit the poor.
If the central government benefits the poor, it's good. If the state governments try to do it in their own way, it is bad. I don't think it makes any sense. It doesn't even make any common sense. You see, what I'm trying to say is, if you just look at figures, the post-COVID, the central government's public debt to GDP ratio has worsened far more significantly than all the states' debt to GDP ratio combined. Okay, the BJP spokesperson is throwing all kinds of challenges. I am challenging him with this data. You please check your facts and tell me whether the state finances today are more precarious than the central government's finances. Now, what has happened is that we have given all these freebies. Now, Sri Lanka has happened. So everybody is scared and everybody is saying that we can have all countries in South Asia are vulnerable. And the center now has suddenly woken up to this precarious fiscal situation and now started trying to put the burden on the state governments. I think that if belt tightening has to be advocated in this context, first of all, this tutu-meme politics doesn't help. There has to be consistent policy. And Delhi government is, I would say, given the special situation of Delhi, Delhi is a very well-endowed government. They have, as the spokesperson of the AAP was mentioning, I would only say that if it is not AAP, but any other political party, still the situation will be the same, because Delhi is not India. Delhi is a relatively very high per capita.
But I have a list of states.
Income is high, taxes
I have a list of states, including Bengal, where you are at the moment, where they are running high debts by providing.
Uttar Pradesh has the highest debt in the entire country.
It is over
6 lakh crore. It is a BJP ruled state. Look at the fiscal deficit of a state like Madhya Pradesh or even Gujarat. So, public finances do not, this kind of party politics over public finances. I think it is the Prime Minister has certainly not been well advised with proper data. He should first take a look at his own party's performance vis-a-vis public finances.
Let Harish Khurana respond. Harish Khurana, freebie culture extends across the party. It cannot be that when the Prime Minister of the centre puts out one of its schemes, that is for the benefit of the people. When the opposition does it, it automatically is classified as a freebie. You are accused of playing partisan politics with public finances. Public finances problem is not restricted to one state. There are several states in this country today which are facing serious problems, from Andhra Pradesh to Bengal to Uttar Pradesh, all ruled by different parties.
Rajdeep, before I reply to your question, this Jasmine Shah has told.
No, let's respond to this.
No. First, he said me jhuta. I am challenging it. Page number 76. This is a report of CAG. Page number 76. 38,739 crore rupees accumulated loss of DTC, which has been converted into GIA, grant in aid. I mean, 39,000 crore rupees in a debt. And he's saying,
then you should also answer.
He's saying,
one by one. Listen.
You should also
okay, Prasanjit, let me do the questioning. Harish Khurana, the state of public finances is not just a problem of states. It's a problem at the centre. It's a problem of BJP ruled states. The 6 lakh crore figure of Uttar Pradesh's debt is a real figure.
It's not about. Listen,
it's your model
Jasmine, let me complete. Jasmine, and Rajdeep, I want you, let me answer.
Please answer. BJP ruled states have also have high debt.
We should understand. This is not about BJP, Aam Aadmi Party, Congress. Prime Minister has not named any party. The problem is this so-called surplus.
So why doesn't the Prime Minister start from Gujarat? Why doesn't the Prime Minister start from Gujarat and say Gujarat must cut freebies?
Listen. Basic structure is being lynched. खोखला हो रहा है हमारा हिंदुस्तानी इकोनॉमी. We should understand that. जिसको जरूरत है उसको दे. Whoever required should be given. But what about, you are absolutely right. Color television, giving a color television is not to the people. It's absolutely a freebie. It's absolutely a revdi. I mean, point is this. We should understand that resources are limited. We are into huge debts. We should understand जिसको जरूरत है उसको दिया जाए.
Okay.
We should understand those.
Okay,
our economy.
And how do you respond, Harish Khurana? How do you respond to what Jasmine Shah is saying? Corporate loans, which are written off, is that a revdi or not?
We also know that we are not written off any loans.
Please answer that. How many people, how many rich people, how many of your rich friends who have donated to you, how many of them have you put behind jails because of NPAs?
Let him speak first. Then I'll reply.
No, his reply is basically how many friends of the BJP or friends of the Modi government have been given loan write-offs.
He wants to divert the issue.
No, this is not diversion. I'm sorry, this is not diversion. Rajdeep, can I please?
Yes. Everybody is bouncing on me. Let me complete the first.
Okay. Harish, go ahead. Very quickly. Let Harish complete.
We are waiting for your answer, Harish.
The problem, see the problem of Aam Aadmi Party right now is they have been.
This is also a problem of Aam Aadmi
Party. You please come.
No. Prasanjit, let him complete. Prasanjit, let him complete. Harish, go ahead. Please go ahead.
ये friends circle and all what they're saying, the allegation is done by the Arvind Kejriwal. He knows because today the Delhi government has been in serious corruption charges. His mantri is in jail. Manish Sisodia, that's the reason he's diverting the issues. Problem is this: it's possible that BJP or anybody can write off the loans? Mehul Choksi's or any Choksi or any Malias, their properties are not been attached. Properties have not been recovered. Their money is not recovered. Why they are saying that we have maaf kar diya? Is it possible? Rajdeep, you are into journalism since last many years, decades. Can it be possible any government can write off?
Let me. Okay,
Tell me.
No.
Can it be possible?
Okay, you've said your piece. Prasanjit, now you can respond.
Yeah. See, my point. I think that the BJP spokesperson has no idea about what he is talking about. The point is that in our country, the way NPAs have public sector banks and overall all kinds of bank NPAs, the way they have been written off over the past 7 years, it is unprecedented. Recently in the parliament...
It was also in the UPA years, let's be clear. It was also in the UPA years, sir. It didn't start...
created. Rajdeep, it was created.
NPA dena or free gift dena to the friends.
No, it is a freebie. When you are writing it off.
How many loans? How many loans?
Prime Minister Modi is distributing amongst all the friends. This is precisely what those who are this.
Okay, this is now getting out of control. I will give Jasmine Shah a final 30-second word because Jasmine Shah, surely you're saying you want an alternative politics. Is this alternative political model at one level based that free education and in health sectors you're going to continue to provide what is called freebies? There you are not going to, and irrespective of a person's income level. Am I correct? Or will it be purely income based? Will it be better targeted? That's what you need to ensure.
Rajdeep, there are targeting mechanisms inbuilt into all our schemes. You know, today everybody knows who goes to a government school, who goes to a government hospital, because still the perception is that they are of poor quality because of the 75 years of the Raj of the BJP and Congress before us. Thankfully, Delhi today is showing a new model of welfare to the entire country. We are not the first ones to do it. It's
You are
already
all
happening
in
in most
competitive
developed
welfare
countries
politics.
around the world.
Truth
Today,
is you are
Aam
all
Aadmi
in
Party is showing
competitive
that this
welfare
model-
politics. Truth is you are all in competitive welfare politics because you want to win elections. And before elections, announcements are made irrespective of what impact it will have on public finances. That is the reality of Indian politics. Let's wake up to it. Prasanjit Bose, Jasmine Shah and Harish Khurana, I appreciate your joining us. Clearly, this is a debate that's going to widen, particularly as the economy starts hurting. Let's turn, therefore, to our other story, because in a moment, we'll come up with our Commonwealth heroes. That's right. Double dhamaka for India at the Commonwealth Games. PV Sindhu clinches a maiden gold in singles badminton. Lakshya Sen follows suit. Our guest on the other side is Nikat Zareen, our boxing gold medalist.
Make your media plan smarter with India Today Live TV on your connected devices. Amplify your brand with 100 million smart internet viewers. To advertise, mail us at sales@aajtak.com or call 9999892171.
Take the scissors, cut open the peanut butter pouch. Peanut butter's open, squeeze it onto the tortilla. Careful. It's really wet. You can get my toothbrush wet. Toothbrushes soak up water nicely. So now I have a nice wet toothbrush. Okay, so there's my toothpaste on my toothbrush. It's wet, ready to go, it's loaded. Brush my teeth just like normal. Get them all.
Make your media plan smarter with India Today Live TV on your connected devices.
Welcome back. Yet another day where Indian athletes have shone at the Commonwealth Games, led by our badminton stars, where PV Sindhu and Lakshya Sen secured gold medals in both the men's and women's singles to create a slice of Commonwealth glory. And there was more glory for Achanta Sharat Kamal, who in table tennis, he had won the team gold, teamed up with Shrija Akula to win the mixed doubles gold medal, and today completed a triple gold when he won the singles. Remarkable feat by 40-year-old Sharat, who, remember, last won a Commonwealth gold in 2006. So 16 years later, he won the individual gold. Fantastic performance in badminton and in table tennis.
एक लंबा इंतज़ार था आपको इस गोल्ड मेडल के लिए, फाइनली पूरा हुआ. कैसे आपने प्लान किया और इस इंतज़ार के बाद अब कैसे सेलिब्रेशन होगा?
ऑफ कोर्स बहुत साल वेट किया था इसके लिए और फाइनली गोल्ड मिला. एंड आई एम वेरी वेरी हैप्पी क्योंकि ऑफ कोर्स कॉमनवेल्थ गेम्स विल कम वंस इन 4 years, सो डेफिनेटली दिस वाज मच वेटेड आई वुड से. एंड ओवरऑल बहुत अच्छा था मेरे लिए और सब कुछ अच्छा चला. सो आई एम हैप्पी दैट आई एम गोइंग बैक विद द गोल्ड.
ओके, टोक्यो के बाद से आपने बीच बीच में बहुत सारे टूर्नामेंट्स जीते हैं, स्पेशली अभी हमने सिंगापुर ओपन आपने जीता. यहाँ से सिंधु का एक नया चैप्टर शुरू हो रहा है या फिर वो सिंगापुर से शुरू हो चुका था?
ऑब्वियसली शुरू हो चुका है, बट अभी और बहुत बाकी है क्योंकि इससे ऐसा नहीं है कि हो गया. But I would say, yeah, this is only the starting and there's more way to go on. अभी it's just that one by one. So सिंगापुर के बाद ये वाला और आगे और बहुत है. तो I wish and hope I would get many more medals.
लक्ष्य पूरा हुआ कॉमनवेल्थ गेम्स का?
जी डेफिनेटली यही था कि दिमाग में कि फर्स्ट गेम हारने के बाद भी कि ये पॉसिबल है आज. और डेफिनेटली जैसे मैंने सेकंड और थर्ड गेम खेला, मैं काफ़ी अच्छा लग रहा है मुझे.
पहले गेम से आप थोड़ा सा पीछे रहते, लेकिन आपने वापसी बहुत शानदार की. मलेशियन को आपने मौका नहीं दिया कम बैक करने का. कैसे आपने प्लान आउट किया, क्योंकि कहीं ना कहीं आप अंडर प्रेशर में भी थे थोड़ा सा?
जी डेफिनेटली पहले गेम में मैं टुवर्ड्स द एंड जो मेरा डिसीजन मेकिंग था वो थोड़ा आई थिंक उतना अच्छा नहीं रहा. बट डेफिनेटली मेरे दिमाग में यही था कि अगर मैं इतना क्लोज फर्स्ट गेम आ रहा हूँ तो डेफिनेटली इट्स नॉट अ बिग टास्क कि मैं सेकंड और थर्ड गेम में इसको पलट नहीं सकता हूँ. बट डेफिनेटली जैसा मैंने सेकंड गेम में जब मुझे लीड आया तो मैंने वो लीड मेंटेन रखा और थ्रू आउट द थर्ड गेम मेरे पे 2-3 पॉइंट का लीड था. तो वो मैंने ट्राई किया कि मैं वो टाइम पे कोई इजी मिस्टेक्स ना करूँ या फ्री के पॉइंट्स ना दूँ अपने.
That was, of course, our table tennis and badminton stars. But the day got even better in boxing, remember, this weekend, where we secured a hat-trick of wins. After Neetu Gangas and Amit Pangal, it was current world champion Nikit Zareen, who yesterday won the flyweight gold by unanimous decision. And Nikhat is now going from strength to strength. Remember, she's world champion and now Commonwealth Games champion. Hasn't lost a bout in over a year now. So quite remarkable how our Olympians are doing, how our boxers are doing at the moment. And earlier today, I spoke to Nikhat Zareen from Birmingham. Listen into that. Nikhat, going from strength to strength, how special is it, Nikhat? First of all, congratulations to win now both World and Commonwealth golds.
It feels great to win gold medal for my country at Commonwealth Games. Recently, I won World Championship gold in May, and now I've become Commonwealth champion. So it feels great to win back-to-back gold medal for my country. Definitely, as I said, my ultimate dream is to Paris Olympics, win medal at Paris Olympics. So I won't stop until I win gold medal at Paris Olympics. So definitely, these all competitions will be a great opportunity for me to learn and apply my techniques and prepare myself for Paris Olympics.
Preparing for Paris Olympics, all our wishes are with you for winning that gold at Paris. But I heard you say yesterday in a post-match interview that you've never accepted defeat in life. How tough was it for you, Nikhat, to get to this moment where you become this world boxing champion, Commonwealth boxing champion?
No, I mean, in life there are always, in an athlete's life there are always ups and downs. For me, losing and winning, it doesn't matter. For me, it's about winning and learning. So whenever I lose in any matches, I learn from it. So for me, it's all about winning and learning. And in the past, how much time I have got defeated, I have always learned from it and I have improved from it. And today here I am as a world champion and Commonwealth champion. So I'm really grateful to win gold medal for my country here.
I must ask you this. What does Nikhat Zareen do when you are not boxing? You're defeating everyone easily in the ring. What do you do when you're not boxing?
I spend talking to my friends and I love listening music. I watch movies and I go out. I like to try different kind of foods and I love doing shopping.
Nikhat, it was your mother's birthday a few days ago. I know you couldn't be with her because you were at the Commonwealth Games. Was this Commonwealth gold in a way a birthday gift for her?
Yes, on August 3rd, it was my mom's birthday and I was not in India to celebrate with her. But I have promised her that when I'll be back, I'll bring her a gift along with her. And I plan to gift her the gold medal as a gift. So today I won the gold medal and I'm happy that I'll be going back with the gold medal and I'll go and gift her that medal.
What a lovely thing. Gift your mother a gold medal from the Commonwealth Games. Now, Nikhat, we've done remarkably well at boxing this Commonwealth Games, 3 golds. We seem to be getting better and better, particularly in boxing. What has really changed, according to you, in the sport that we are now producing so many winners?
I mean, the kind of support we are getting from TOPS, SAI and BFI. So definitely their aim is also to see boxers on top of the podium at international level. And when they come forward to support us, so it's our duty to perform well at international levels and bring medals for our country. So that's how we have worked really hard. Before this Commonwealth Games, we had 2 weeks of training at Ireland. And that has helped us to do well in this Commonwealth Games. That's why we won 3 gold, 1 silver, and 3 bronze.
You are a hero now for millions now, a role model. Who is your hero, Nikhat?
Actually, for me, my real hero is my dad, who always, supported me in my journey after. Like so many people have told him not to support me because they think boxing is a male-dominating sport, and if I do boxing, then I will spoil my face and no one would marry me. But he never listened to them. He always supported me, and whatever I am today, I am only because of him. So in my life, he is my real hero.
I can tell you there'll be a long list of men who will be lining up to marry you. But that's for the future. Any message, though, for the young women who are inspired by you, Nikhat?
I just want to say only one thing, that when you have dreams to achieve something in your life, you just have to keep working hard, just believe in yourself and never give up, and just have faith and keep working hard. One day your time will come, because कहते हैं मेहनत करने वालों की कभी हार नहीं होती है.
मेहनत करने वालों की कभी हार नहीं होती. Final question, how did you celebrate this big win of yours?
I celebrated my victory with my teammates here. We last night we had a group of get together. We congratulated each other. We celebrated and it was fun. But now everyone has gone back to, now they are in the flight, they are traveling back to India, and I'm here to attend the closing ceremony. So yeah, I'm excited to meet my family and celebrate my win with them.
You know, it'll be a proud moment, I know, for you. The closing ceremony in a short while. You will be the flag bearer in that closing ceremony. So, best wishes for your Paris mission. We want you to come back with that gold medal in 2024. We're sure you'll do it. And fantastic what you've done for Indian boxing and indeed transformed stereotypes in a way of the Indian woman athlete. Thank you so much, Nikhat Zareen there from strength to strength. God bless you and the team in Birmingham. Thanks very much.
Thank you so much.
Okay, now at the end, India finished 4th on the podium at the Commonwealth Games with an overall medal tally of 61, including 22 gold, 16 silver and 23 bronze. There were numerous great performances from the women's team that scripted history in lawn bowls to what Sharat Kamal and team did in table tennis to, of course, our fantastic paddlers. Sharat got the most medals, including 3 gold. But we'll never forget various moments, including, of course, Sable's remarkable steeplechase run. I leave you tonight with all our medal winners, the heroes of the Commonwealth. Stay well, stay safe. Good night, Shubhratri, Jai Hind. Let's celebrate. Bye for now.
There is your champion. That was a big one.
जब खून पसीना एक किया, जब बासा अपना फेंक दिया, फिर सोने चांदी पीतल से क्या लेना देना. Representing India, that's the gold medal. It's a terrific win for India. Absolutely superb.
I don't read the news. I read between the lines to tell you the true version of events.